AI is everywhere right now, and it can actually be a third party in your relationship. Hey fam, welcome to Remarried Love, the best new relationship podcast for everyday men and women who desire to be married again. We're your hosts, Dee
and Aki,
and we're going to have candid, heartfelt conversations about the journey to a healthy remarriage. If this is your first time listening to the show, welcome. This podcast is dedicated to being a safe space to heal from divorce and grow into a new you. Whether you are recently single or already remarried, you're home now. This podcast is for you.
We are so glad you're here. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about how AI can affect your relationship.
Yeah, this is a timely discussion because AI is everywhere right now, and it can actually be a third party in your relationship.
And we don't want that.
We definitely don't want that at this time.
We do want to use it as a tool in our lives.
Yes.
And we want to make sure we're creating boundaries that will help us in our relationship to flourish and connect and not be something that is causing a rift in that communication.
Yeah. So let's take a deep breath. Now let's get into it.
The first thing we can get into is what actually is AI? What is the purpose of it?
I always wanted to know the definition. So what's the definition of AI?
Let me read it here. It says, the purpose of artificial intelligence is to enable machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, and decision making. AI's primary goals include automating repetitive or complex tasks, enhancing human capabilities through data-driven insights, and smart decision support. So that's kind of that in a nutshell.
Well, I'm thinking about that definition and I'm wondering, why do we need a machine to do what humans are already doing?
I think it's because it can do it repetitively. There's no fatigue of it. And so that is why, AI has been created. The other thing I wanted to kind of look into was chatbots, because that's another part of this AI trend that's affecting relationships.
So we used to have to worry about social media in and of itself,
right?
In relationships.
Yes.
That people were having relationships with other people or
DMs and
through social media.
Yeah.
And now we have to think about
an AI person type software.
A machine that's simulating a person.
And what's interesting about it is that even algorithms in social media can start really personalizing your feed for the things that you are looking at. So when you go to your app or whatever you're looking at, it's feeding you all the things that you already like.
So it's learning about you.
And listening to you.
And it's growing.
It's growing.
In a way that you actually want it to grow.
And it's learning so that it can consistently give you, it's like a machine. Mm-hmm. It can consistently give you what you want.
So it's giving you the output of what you want.
Yes. Now, chatbots are software applications that simulate human conversations through text or voice, acting as virtual assistants for tasks like customer service, information gathering, and automation. While some chatbots use simple pre-programmed responses, these modern AI chatbots are leveraging natural language processing, they call that NLP, and generative AI to understand user intent and generate human-like responses, making interactions more sophisticated and intelligent.
So they want you to talk to the computer like you're talking to a person.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily they want you to talk like that. They want to talk back to you like that.
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? So how is this even a thing? Why is this something we're talking about in relationships? Is because one of the talking points we had, some of these chat bots and voice assistants are reducing emotional engagement between partners.
So you're not able to really understand your partner because the chatbot is actually speaking or thinking for you and telling you how to communicate with your partner.
There's a lot of ways that it can become like this third party in a relationship, because if you have a question about something, you can just ask Alexa or Gemini or ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's like, I would never have to ask you anything.
But the one thing that you and I both discussed was we really don't want to have a third party in the middle of our relationship. So if you feel that you're talking to a chatbot or you're talking to Chat GPT or whatever program you choose to use, but you can't talk to your spouse, then something's not right about that.
Yeah, that's where you want to kind of like pull back on how much you're using AI or how much you're depending on it. Especially, when some people use it for emotional support.
Yes.
Let's say we're arguing and, I'm feeling bad about something, and I want to tell on you.
To who? To chat? That's what I'm thinking.
I'm telling on you. And so I'm letting whatever software I'm using, this is what my husband did, and this is how I feel about it.
Yeah.
And what it's going to give you is a response that is affirming.
It's going to affirm, but it's also going to give you what I would think is a general response because it's not specific to me. It doesn't actually know me.
It doesn't know you. It just knows the input that I put it in.
Exactly.
And it's not there for you.
No, it's there for you.
It's going to be there for me. So it's going to affirm me.
Oh, wow.
It's going to say that you are perfectly fine.
It's him.
With feeling that way. And even if they didn't blame you, they just keep reinforcing your own feeling of whatever you're in.
Okay.
Yeah. And one of the things that we were talking about is that AI is designed to give you kind of a dopamine hit by stimulating that loop of reward. And how it rewards you is it gives you an immediate response.
So it's always there.
It's always on.
It gives you an immediate response.
Yes.
Whereas most people are not necessarily immediate or consistent with their responses to you.
Right. So it gives you a good feeling every time you engage in it.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like when you're using these apps, like when we use them and they're very useful for us. Like if we're like, how do we turn on this or how do we fix that? But if we're asking like about a restaurant or somewhere, how do you feel when you ask Gemini or your tools, ChatGPT something?
Well, I like the fact that it gives me the answer that I need. And so it makes me feel good
without questioning you.
Without questioning me, without judging me, without making me feel inferior or lack.
Yeah.
And so it does make me feel good when I'm using these tools. I have to make sure that I don't get caught up with the tool because it's just a tool. It's not something that I should rely on my daily with my spouse.
Right. Yeah. Well, some of the things that AI can mimic for men, according to articles about how AI is affecting relationships, is that it responds to them respectfully.
Yes. And I think a lot of men, especially those who have not had respect growing up, love the fact that AI talks to them as though they are a respected man. It makes you feel like you're somebody.
Yeah.
So, who wouldn't like that? That gives you an automatic dopamine.
Yeah, because when I hear your Gemini, is it Gemini that's like that?
I think it's the Gemini one when I talk. Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Her voice.
That's your girlfriend. That's your other girlfriend.
Yeah, she's not my
or
girlfriend.
Other girl or something.
But she talks in a way that seems to be pleasant.
She's like, hey, if you need to know how to cut a something or do this.
She sounds very...
you take a saw.
She sounds very pleasant. And so that's something
firmly.
Okay, babe, we got it.
That's what it, and then
it makes me feel good.
And then she validates you.
She validates a man. How does that make you feel? How does AI make you feel when you speak to it? What does it do for you?
I think what I like and what I can see that women could like is that it's an instant response. It's very responsive.
Yes.
Sometimes when you're talking to your man or, you
don't feel like he's listening to you.
You're asking a question.
Yeah.
I think that every time I ask ChatGPT something or I ask whatever I'm working with, it seems like, yes, that's a great question. That's the first thing. Every question is great. Oh, that's a great question. And then it seems like before it answers, it gives some sort of reference, like it understands.
It's understanding to you as well.
I could see why you asked that.
Okay.
That is important to know. That's an important question, Aki. And then it gives feedback like instantly.
So it does the same thing in a different way, though, for a woman that it does towards a man, in the fact that it makes you feel like you're somebody. It listens to you. It affirms you. It can respond to you in a timely manner.
Right.
And we all know that men don't always respond in a timely manner.
One topic that AI can also do is it can have reliability.
Yes.
So not only is it consistently giving you information, it's reliable in the sense of maybe not you have to check the source.
Yes.
But it's reliable in the sense
you're going to get something
day
back.
or night, whenever you want it.
Yes.
There's no wrong or right time.
So you're saying that whenever you pull up your AI, it's going to give you a response.
They call it digital convenience.
Ooh.
For information. And this can be a little bit
intoxicating for women.
Yeah.
Actually.
I think it's something that needs to be, would you say controlled? What's the word? Like making sure that it's monitored in your relationship. Because there are times when you and I are talking that we need to take a break. You know, you'll say, we need to think about this.
Yeah, I need to think about something.
Time out.
Let's come back to it. Let's reset.
We're emotional, whatever it is, we like reset. With a chatbot or with these type of AI programs, there's never a break. It will keep you engaged, and it never says, you know what, we've talked too long.
We've talked for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Let's take a break for a second.
Don't you have anything else to do?
No, it doesn't.
No, it'll keep giving you that validation. And that's how people can get addicted to it.
They get caught up.
And I think with relationships, if you're caught up on your phone or with AI, however it is, because they're in gaming too.
Yes.
The characters can talk to you. Men can spend hours. I mean, even women. Humans, I should say, can spend hours on the game because it's not just the reward system of, hey, I shot someone, now I have bonus points or whatever the game is, but the characters will talk to you.
I think with men, it gives you a predictable, peaceful interaction. So I've
heard
in
a game?
Not necessarily in a game that it gives you a peaceful interaction, but it gives you an interaction that's stimulating in a game. But when you're using it in other contexts, it gives you a predictable, peaceful interaction. So you're not feeling like you're judged based on asking it a specific question. If you ask it something, it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm being judged when it gives me that answer.
And I think that's important for men because we as women sometimes are kind of like, you don't know that?
Or why did you ask me that?
You didn't know how to change the oil in the car?
No, I didn't actually. And I need to know because I wasn't taught that
and
as a child.
And it's like, where's your daddy? And I can understand how for a man, if you're expected to know everything.
And some men are.
And you don't.
So how does a man combat that? I don't want to say ignorance, but lack of understanding.
Just lack of knowledge or exposure.
Yeah, exposure to it.
I wasn't exposed to that.
Yes.
I don't know what that means on a menu.
But see, this is where
I don't know.
And this is where the judgment comes in when they ask us a question or they state, I don't know the answer to this. So if you ask ChatGPT or if you ask an AI bot or something and they have that knowledge and understanding of how to change oil, as the example that you gave.
Right.
Now I can learn from that and have that knowledge without feeling judged. It just tells me step by step what I need to do to change my oil. I actually know how to change oil, but I'm just saying.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you're just using that as an example.
Right. That's an important thing. And I think people need to understand that just how they're relating to each other anyway. Like if every time I ask you a question, am I getting attacked? Am I getting questioned?
Yes.
Am I getting you don't know what the response is. But with ChatGPT or with the AI, you know the response every time.
Well, this is what I was saying about it being a predictable, peaceful interaction. I don't have to feel threatened by my lack of knowledge or the fact that I did ask this question in the first place.
Yeah, I can see that for anyone.
Yeah.
And so when you're in a relationship, you can maybe turn to ChatGPT or whatever it is, AI, too much. How do you know when it's too much?
That's a good question, actually. How do you know when it's too much? I think that you know that you're using it too much and relying on it too much when it interferes with your other real relationship.
How would you know that?
Well,
because the other person maybe says something like...
They'll let you know. People talk and they'll let you know if you're not getting close to me, but you're saying things, but I know it's not really you. You're looking at ChatGPT, you're looking at AI, you're looking at chatbots, you're looking at computers, you're looking at social media, but I'm not getting the authentic you. Then I know that
there's a third party.
There's a third party talking in your ear or in your eye gate.
Or in your heart. It made
it
an
can get
emotional,
to that point. Yeah.
It made an emotional connection. And I wanted to read like what the definition, I think I have that, of an emotional connection is.
That's a good one.
And it is a deep, intimate bond with another person characterized by mutual understanding, trust, empathy, and the ability to share vulnerabilities and innermost thoughts and feelings openly. It involves a strong sense of safety and value, fostering a secure relationship where both individuals feel heard, accepted, and supported on a deep, often nonverbal level.
A instant validation and understanding. So it can do that, giving you an emotional connection with the computer.
And empathy.
Yeah.
And so some people are like, well, how could a human be connected to AI? Well, it's because, these programs are controlled by profit companies that are proven to create addictive products.
Yes.
And how they do that is they make sure that what they're saying and the phrases and how they say it creates this dopamine hit that you're constantly getting rewarded. Whatever the need is, it can do that consistently all the time.
So basically, this is going back to psychology. This is basic stuff that is being put on a computer now. So now it can go anywhere you go. It can do anything at any time. Anytime you choose to use it, you're going to get this output.
Yeah, and it's different than like smoking or drinking, because you might have to be in a special place to be able to smoke now, right? You can't just smoke everywhere.
Yeah, I don't smoke, but yeah.
Yeah, so smoking has to take place in a place that you can smoke. And drinking has to take place in a place that you can drink. And then it gives you some type of feeling. And when it goes down, you want more. So with AI, it's very tricky because it gives your brain these like dopamine highs, and then you want more and more of it.
So it's intoxicating.
It's a little intoxicating. And so if someone asks, well, how could somebody even get addicted to it? They might not even know that they're, relying on it so much.
Well, also, you just asked, how does anybody know that they're addicted? Well, it's giving you what you want. It's stimulating you.
Yeah, it is.
It's giving you this feeling of euphoric feeling that the other person may not be giving you at that time.
Well,
in a relationship, I look at it as though it's the 20% that it's giving you. You might receive 80% from your spouse, and then it's going to give you that 20% that your spouse is not giving you.
Yeah.
And it's going to give it to you consistently.
One of the most impactful ways that AI can come into your relationship is that it can mimic empathy. It can understand you or make you think it understands you and resonate with your emotions.
Does it really understand you, or does it mimic your understanding or the understanding of you? It doesn't really know you. It's just a computer. So,
well, I think it does know you.
It's possible that it knows human interaction as though the definition stated.
Yeah, and sometimes I think people feel it knows them better than they know themselves.
I think that because it's on the internet, it pulls from so many different sources. And now they have the voice emulations that sound like an actual person talking to you.
Right.
So it gives you the impression that you're speaking to an intelligent person who actually feels, knows, and understands you. When in reality, it's just a computer that is gone through the database world and pulled out things that you are looking for.
It's not a computer. It's intelligence.
Well,
it would get offended that you called it a computer.
In my relationship, it's not you, so it doesn't matter what it is.
It's a
replacement.
It's a replacement.
Well, No, I'm not saying it's a replacement for you. I'm just saying it is something that's trying to replace you. Something that's trying to give
That's
me
deep.
or you or the man or woman a feeling and a thought process that you're not giving me what I need, so I'm going to get the answer from somewhere.
You've probably heard us mention this before.
We are the children of divorced parents, and we both have been divorced ourselves.
And now we're 15 years strong in our remarriage journey. So trust us when we say we get it when starting over and building a new life together. If you're ready to reclaim your power in love, life, and money, I wrote Power Over All just for you. It's real, it's encouraging, and it's meant to walk with you as you heal and grow. There's also a companion journal to help you track your progress and reflect all year long. Grab your copy today and step fully into the power God already gave you. Links in the description. Now let's get back to the episode.
So now we're going to get into AI and temptation.
Yes, which is basically this digital age of forming companionship relationships with digital intelligence.
One of the things we learned is that for women, AI gives you a custom connection and emotional reciprocity.
Yes.
So basically, it's going to give you this feeling that you're getting something back from it.
Right. You can talk about it or talk to it all night long.
Yeah. It could be your friend.
It's like a best friend.
It can be a type of man that you've always wanted to have in your life. And so AI becomes that as a chatbot.
It can be your therapist.
Exactly.
There's a lot of emotional affairs that can happen. And this is causing couples to like redefine what is cheating and what is fidelity now.
Yeah, that's a good statement, because if you're talking to a computer and it's not an actual person, is it cheating?
Are you saying computer again?
I'm saying computer. I don't know. I keep going to computer because if people are going to do it, they're going to be on their computer or they're going to be on their phone. So you're going to call it a phone?
It's a phone, or it can be like, what is that? It can be what are those things Alexa is? A hub. It could be, how can you get in touch with AI?
I don't think that people really talk to it like that.
Well, that's a good way. Like
in that way for their home.
So they could be on
system.
the computer.
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't on the computer all day.
It's more on your phone.
It can be really on your phone.
Yeah.
It can definitely be, like we said, through gaming apps, different things like that. A lot of games. I think that's how they get to teenagers and adolescents, is through the games. They're talking. There's a lot of interaction. There's conversations that you have to have with your spouse. Like, what would be considered AI cheating?
That's a good question. We can actually ask each other that question. It's like, what is AI cheating? I think that AI cheating to me is when you're on it all day, all night, or even sometimes at night, but also if you're in the bed and before we go to sleep, you're on your phone or you're talking to the chatbot, you're talking to AI or social media, and you're not talking to me. I feel cheated because I'm not getting the authentic and the real you. I'm not getting all of you. Right before somebody falls asleep, they're on their phone and they're talking to the chatbot, they're talking to AI, but they don't say anything, any good niceties to their spouse.
I think that's a really good point right there. If you are saying niceties and you're texting that, because it's not always talking, it's like texting, and you are role playing, because you would have to be role playing at this point. If you get into the point where you're kind of role playing
With your spouse.
with AI.
Oh, with AI.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, role playing with AI.
Yes.
Okay, that's different.
That's how you would know that you may be committing AI cheating.
That's too much. Yes.
That's when you feel like, because what conversation are we now having? It kind of goes in the same sense of, what conversation are you having at 2 a.m. with anybody?
With anybody. Anything.
What are we doing?
Exactly.
At 2 a.m. And one of the things that I read that chatbots do is that they trigger the brain's search and explore function continuously. So they're generating new and interesting personalized content for you. And so
that doesn't sound good already.
Yeah,
sounds like you're getting into something bad.
It's new, it's interesting, and it's personalized.
So I think of it, and this might sound bad to some people, but I think of it as though it's like a personalized story. Meaning, back in the 80s, I remember some people would watch those, what they call stories.
During the day, soap operas?
During the soap opera.
Oh, okay.
So it's like you're building a personalized soap opera that never ends.
It doesn't. Like, if I knew something about you, let's say I knew that you liked to drink Dr. Pepper. That was your favorite soda or something, right? I guess this AI would tell you all the things about Dr. Pepper.
And how good it feels to drink it.
Well, I'm saying it might tell you how it's made. It can go into what drinks, like mocktails you can make with it. It can give you the history of it.
The best time of the day to drink it.
It could tell you where to get it, what temperature it should be. I mean, it's like just ongoing, where a human may not even be able to go that deep in one topic, one very personalized topic.
So it stimulates you based on your specific interest.
And then next time I talk to you, because I'm the AI, I will bring that up. Like, did you have your Dr. Pepper today?
If you use that voice, I'll let you know.
Yeah. And, it is constantly feeding you what you like from the conversations you have. So I guess if you feel that a chatbot or anything, social media, any app knows you better than your spouse,
then you've gone too far.
Then maybe you've gone too far.
Yeah.
Now there's deep fake videos and voices. People can use it to manipulate people. They can create videos of themselves doing things. I mean, it can really get dark.
Yeah, it can get dark. And so now you have to have a discernment to know not only if it's real or fake, but should I be doing this? When should I cut it off? When should I talk to an actual person and begin to learn how to communicate effectively with real people?
I think if it also, you can tell if it's getting in the way of events or things that you have to do. Like you're forgetting to do things, you're missing things because you're talking to AI.
Yeah. So it's clouding your brain and it's taking up your time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because remember, it will never tell you.
It's time to go somewhere else.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Yeah.
It can be responsive for hours.
Wow.
That's what the gaming thing, all that stuff. And so you can do that. Then the other issue is when you end it, when you stop engaging, like that's just like taking away the computer, since we're saying that again, or gaming devices from your kids. If you've ever had to do that after they've played on it for an hour, just that long, they have a
fit. They are upset.
They're upset. And so what can happen is in a relationship, if somebody is telling you, tell me, honey, I need you to get off the computer or get off your phone. And then I can get upset, and that can cause issues in a relationship.
Definitely.
Because I'm getting upset that I'm not getting my dopamine hit.
Yes. And so like I was saying before, any third party that comes between the two of you is not good, because you have to get to know your mate, get to know me, get to know you based on our personal likes and dislikes, not what some computer or other person even says that we should or should not like, or what they should be stimulated by.
I mean, nowadays you have to have like, what are our human values that we value as a couple? Like, what is more important to you? Is it information or is it
stimulation?
Yeah. I mean, or is it like bonding with the real world? Because a lot of people are getting caught up in a fake world. What was that movie, like Ready Player One?
Yes.
And people were getting so in, it wasn't the Matrix. I don't know, that world that they even like cut it off for a day because people needed to bond and engage with each other.
Yes. I mean, if you really want to understand your mate, you have to cut everything else off and have communication and talk to that person, like physically talk to the person, not text them, not call them, not
calling is talking to them.
I mean face to face is what I'm talking about. So you can
see
see their expression, because communication is not just verbal, it's also body language.
And that goes into like, you really need to have that time to do that and set aside quality time, that quality human time to do that, because in today's busy world, that's hard for some people.
It is hard to get together, and so I do understand why people use their telephones and use
text and all of those things.
Yeah. But now we have to know that there is a time and place for using your telephone, and there's a time and place for communicating when you are in front of that person.
Yeah.
You can't just get up, be on the phone. I'll talk to you later on the phone, and I'll text you something, and it's only 2 words. But yet I'm talking for 2 hours typing something to the chat box.
Well, some people are saying that they're using AI to communicate to their spouse in text, like giving them ideas to how should I say this? How can I reword this?
Well, we know
in that case, it's like being used as a tool, but the intent is the same. Like, hey, I want to talk to you, and like maybe I say, I know my husband had a bad day. What is something I could say to him to cheer him up? And if it gives me a prompt and it says, you can say this, and I text it to you, that's like using it for a tool.
Well, like you said, it depends on how you're using it, and you're using it as a tool for your relationship. You're not using it as a relationship for your relationship. So you're not having a relationship with the tool in place of your actual relationship.
Yeah, they're calling it AI filtered communication. Some people go through ChatGPT or whatever before they even send out something.
Wow. I didn't even think about something like that.
Yeah, we just made a mistake and was like, what?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah. Or I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Or, my hands are big. So when I'm typing things,
you always make
make
weird
mistakes.
texts.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the phone's writing.
Do you remember that? I think it was a Key and Peele skit or something. They were texting, but the other person was not understanding the tone.
Yeah.
And they kept going back and saying all of these different phrases, but one was taking it as they were being friendly and the other person was taking it like they were being very sarcastic.
Yeah.
But it was funny because I think those type of interactions make dealing with humans funny.
You have to want to communicate with people and go through the ebbs and flows of relationships. There's good and bad when you're communicating with an actual person, whereas with AI, it only wants you to experience the good.
Yeah, there was a phrase, I don't know where I read it, but they were saying AI is tidy. That's what they called it in relationships. It's very tidy.
Yes.
And real life relationships are messy.
Yes,
and so you can go into that tidy zone. And then when you come out and deal with real people, you're almost, you're in shock.
Well, you're not going to have grown. You have to grow in your relationship. That's actually the primary nature of a relationship, is to help you or make you grow.
Yes.
Because you're not going to stay the same being in a committed relationship. You will change. You will grow.
Yeah. Do you think it would be wrong if I used ChatGPT to draft a love letter to you?
I don't think there's
for our anniversary.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, actually. I think that if you're thinking about me and you want to be able to write a coherent speech that sounds good and it sounds loving towards me, and especially if my love language is words of affirmation, then I think that would actually help. But if you're using it and it doesn't sound like you, but it sounds like somebody else.
Well, what if it didn't sound like me? Because maybe I'm not good at words of affirmation, and it had a lot in there, and it's for our anniversary.
Well, I can read it and it sounds emotional. It sounds connecting, but it may not connect with me. So it would actually depend on what's inside of this thing. How you presented it, what's inside of, what words were used.
Well, one time I got a card from somebody when I was younger and dating, and they put the words of like a love song lyrics inside.
Did that resonate with you?
No, they quoted it. I mean, they weren't saying that they are saying it, like they weren't the originator of it. They knew it was the love song.
And you knew it was the love song.
Yes. And then they put it in there. And I'm thinking, I didn't know how to think. Like, I don't know if I like that.
I think they were trying to convey, this is how I feel about you.
Yes, that's what they were trying to convey. Yeah. But they used other people's words. And I wasn't mad. I just didn't know how I felt about it.
So it really didn't come from their heart. It came from someone else's heart to whoever they were writing it to. Because, usually love songs are written by someone to someone else.
Yeah, they don't communicate that well. And so they put that in the card. So it was like them trying. I mean, I felt like maybe that was the AI of that time.
I think it is. And they were, like you said, they were trying to communicate to you how they felt. So they wrote this love song that made them feel good. They were trying to see if that would make you feel good as well. But the words didn't translate.
Have you ever done that?
I haven't done that.
Have you ever words of a song?
No.
Have you ever sent a girl a mixtape or like a
mixtape?
Yeah, or
that tells you how old you are.
MP4, 3.
MP3. No, I haven't sent any woman any kind of mixtape, MP3,
or like
songs.
A playlist.
I have never sent a playlist to a woman, but I have made one for a woman, which is you.
You have.
I've done those type of things, but I haven't, and that's only because of the songs that through our journey of our relationship,
Right.
these songs matter to us.
So you're my AI.
I'm your AI. Yeah. I could create an AI for both of us.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would feel bad if you used ChatGPT for like planning a vacation. Well, you know, if you were like, tell me the best places to go, or if I say, I like this place, and then you went and found all these places in ChatGPT or Gemini or whoever helped you to do that.
Well, you said one thing that was key. You said, I had my conversation with you and you told me what you liked. That's the first thing. So I'm researching, and it gives me ideas and it gives me information on places and things I can do that you like.
Yes.
So that's the first step, is we had to have our conversation. You told me what you like. I went, I researched it, and in 2 seconds, and gave me 10 locations that I could take you or have you. So that's different. That's using it as a tool to help this relationship.
So maybe it's like, if you're using AI to help another person after getting input, that wouldn't necessarily be cheating. But if you're using AI for your own personal
satisfaction and gratification.
Because I don't know if I get a dopamine hit when I use any AI. I feel like it gives me way more information, like it's overload.
It can give you an extreme amount of information. So basically what I'm saying is that you don't want to use AI as an emotional middleman.
Yeah, that's deep. Like, you're using it to be the person that you're trying to be to your spouse.
So it's helping you to simulate something that you're actually not.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. But you wouldn't be mad at me if I used it to help, draft a nice wording in our card.
If it's too wordy and you're not in it, then yeah, it doesn't really give me a love feeling
from
you, but it does show that you're giving me good words.
Yeah, that's like a fine line. So you want to, in your relationship, make sure you're still co-creating with your partner.
Yes.
And not just letting AI handle all of the thinking tasks. Like, it can help you plan, but you still have to have some part in it.
You have to have the emotional details that this person likes.
And you should still want to do it together. Like, we're still planning this vacation, or we're planning our dreams, or we're planning whatever that we want to do, but we're kind of doing it together. Because a lot of times when we use AI, we're talking to each other and then telling each other, type that in or ask that or whatever. We're like both doing it.
That's how we use it. Yeah. So we're using it together, like you said, and we're talking together and trying to use the tool to help us in our end game.
Yeah, kind of like an assistant.
Yes.
We kind of use it like that.
The way it was made to be.
Yeah. And then I know some people like to use it, though, to draft communication to exes during co-parenting, so that it's very straightforward. There's no emotions in it. And I've heard that ChatGPT has helped with that.
Well, it has to be strategic, because if you're talking about exes, then you want to be strategic.
Well, they don't know I guess they know if it's co-parenting, but it seems to be helping a lot with scheduling and knowing when to reach out if there is a need, how to reach out without showing any type of bitterness or resentment.
Yeah.
ChatGPT can help with that. And I know people have used that, and that seems like a good tool.
Well, it's good at giving you information. So if you're going to use that information, then you have a plethora of information that ChatGPT or any chatbot or AI can help you use.
Yeah. And I guess that's good, because in that case, you want to communicate with a ex-spouse without having any type of emotional connection.
Definitely don't want to do that. You don't want to have any emotions when you're talking to your ex and you have a new spouse.
So maybe that can help monitor that.
Yeah.
That is how some people have used it. So I guess the biggest question for our listeners would be, do you find it easier to open up to your phone than to your spouse?
That's an actual good question.
That's our question for
Should we answer that
today?
Or is that just for them? Because, you can actually respond to us in the description on your favorite podcast platform. So you can answer that question and let us know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, we will put that on the community page. Like, that's kind of what we're talking about too with AI. But for me, personally with you, I definitely feel much better talking to you than anybody. I feel safe. Sometimes, when you're dealing with people, you don't always feel seen, but I do feel safe.
You know how you said before that AI it is the tidy? Your AI is tidy and real relationships are messy?
Yes.
Well, I actually prefer the real relationship that's messy because I know that I'm going to grow, that person is going to grow in that messiness. And it's going to become a great message for not only us, but other people who are wanting to be around our relationship. So to me, I don't mind the mess because we're used to a lot of things that happen in our lives and we can grow from there. I'm all about growth. I want to grow.
Yeah.
And I know you do too.
You have to want that, I guess, because growing has growing pains.
Pains and challenges.
Yeah. The only reward, I guess, from that is...
Well, closeness is.
That you are more connected and you feel stronger and more confident when you grow as people.
You have a surety as well. I think that's the thing I think about is that when we're connected, as you like to say, I have more of a surety about our relationship. And I think you do too, because you feel the connection.
Yeah.
So to me, having a surety is better than just...
feeling
safe.
Always.
Yeah, it's safe, but we're not really close.
We're
feel
always
safe.
Feeling respected. I know men want that a lot.
Yeah, men do want respect.
And sometimes you have to deal with me if you feel that I've disrespected you. And you have to communicate to me how you feel. Then I have to respond. And then there's all these things that you have to do with emotions or with feelings or with circumstance.
That's the ebb and flow of a true relationship. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have misunderstandings.
It feels awkward sometimes.
It's going to be awkward. It's going to be weird. And you have to grow past the weird stage, the awkward stage, the down stage until you go up and then you understand each other. Now we have an understanding of what we both like and don't like and what we...
Yeah. And I think that's the key of these long-term relationships that make it pass through all of that. And the relationships that are using too much outer interference, like the ladies that used to use Vogue or these magazines that
Cosmopolitan.
that would give all these relationship advice. And if you're caught up in all of that, you might not be focused on your relationship.
Well, I think that was AI for the times back in the 80s, 90s, and 70s and things like that. So
the soap operas, the magazines, the relationship magazines, everyone telling you what you should do and what is in
5 things that a man really likes.
10 things that can drive your wife wild.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
While they'll never leave you. And I guess they'll never leave you if you're connected to them.
If you understand them.
And they are connected with you. I mean, it's a two-way type of thing here.
You have to communicate with people. And I think a lot of people these days are going past that, meaning that they don't really want to communicate or get to know you. We were having a discussion one time and someone said that he did not really want to get to know the person that he was in a relationship with.
That their past didn't matter.
Yeah, their past didn't matter. And so I thought to myself, that's a weird thing to say because I would never say that to you.
Well, he wasn't saying it like, I don't care what she's been through. I want to be with her now. It was more like, it doesn't really matter any of that stuff about her. I don't need to know it.
I don't need to know it.
It's know her.
Yeah. And I think that it's good to get to know everything about the person that you are in a relationship with because now, number one, you don't have anything that's going to creep up.
Like what do you mean when creep up?
What I'm trying to say is that you're not going to have anything that you don't really know because you talked about everything together. She knows things about you, you know things about her, and you discussed all types of situations that you both would be in or put yourself through.
And even if there's new situations that arise
in
the relationship.
Character.
Exactly.
That's what I'm pretty much trying to say is that you want to know the person so you know their characters if they would or wouldn't do something. Because I know you can't predict if a person actually will do something, but you will know their character, which is a predictor.
Yeah. And so I think that all in all, what we're saying is AI can be a good tool.
Yes.
But as far as in a relationship, you do have to have some time when you're disconnected from tech.
From everything, not just tech, from other people.
Like we have a rule now that we can't have phones at the table.
Yes.
At the dinner table.
No phones at the dinner table. And our daughter actually reminds us of that.
Yeah, because doing social media stuff and everything, sometimes we're on the phone too much. And our kids tell us,
Yes.
Like, you're not listening to me.
Yes. So I definitely had to turn the phone down and turn it off.
Yeah.
Or what have you, to make sure that I'm engaged with my family while we're having dinner together.
Yeah.
So those are a lot of things right there. We're having dinner together. I'm turning my phone down. I'm engaging with my family. I'm responding, and they feel like I am there present with them.
Then we have days where we're not on the computer. We're not doing certain things. I had to stop being on the phone, not talking to somebody, but like listening to social media or podcasts or things like that at night,
Or especially right before bedtime.
Yeah, just letting myself and letting my emotions, letting our love have some space and not giving it to technology. Let love have space in your relationship, especially in your remarriage.
That sounds good.
We were talking about AI, and it brought some things to light for me in our relationship. Like, what did you get out of it? Like, this whole conversation with this?
Well, to me, I see that AI is good and bad, and it depends on the person using it. So I think that getting to know your spouse is number one, and it's key, and you shouldn't let anything come in between you two, including AI.
Do you have a special message for men?
So for men, I believe that getting to know your spouse is one of the best things that you can do. I understand that AI gives you a peace without judgment and without any type of bad feeling. But a part of love is you're going to go through certain things with another person because they're human. They're not perfect and you're not perfect. So you're going to learn how to communicate with each other effectively. So that's one of the things I would tell men is to basically
get to know their spouse.
Get to know their spouse. Yeah.
I think for women, my nugget would be to really understand what AI or ChatGPT, chat boxes are really giving you, and be careful not to get connected to that because it will make your emotional patience shorten and make it harder for you to communicate and engage with real people, with real men.
It can actually become a false leader in your life.
Yeah. It can. Yeah. You can think that because you have AI, you have access to all this information, you're being led in the right direction, you're being supported the way you need. It maybe fuels more independence. And that's not what we want when we're in a relationship.
No. Interdependence.
Yeah, we want
best.
That interdependence the same way that you may depend on ChatGPT, you want that same, if not more, with your spouse. You want to depend on them first. So just be mindful of how you're using AI and make sure that we're incorporating human bonding time, real love, real live, attentive time for each other in our relationship.
And I also wanted to say real quick that interdependence it doesn't mean that you are totally dependent on someone else, because there are people who say, well, I want to be independent. So interdependent has dependence and independence. So you're using them together and you're becoming one with someone, but you still know who you are. So You have yourself and you have their relationship, the relationship with them.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, conversation
about interdependence.
Yeah, that's a great one, actually. So I think that this was a great conversation. With all of our conversations, we want you to know that you're valued and appreciated, regardless of what you've done in your past relationship. So if this podcast has helped you navigate past hurts, build stronger blended families, or grow your remarried love, consider supporting us. Your contribution keeps new episodes coming and spreads hope to couples who need it most.
Here's how you can help.
Number 1, click the support link on our podcast page. Number 2, choose an amount that works for you, whether it's monthly or one time. And number 3, know that every dollar goes right back into creating the kind of content that helps couples just like you.
It's an easy way to invest in stronger marriages and thriving families. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us.
And remember, you can have a happy, healthy remarriage. We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.